This is IntoWineTV, and we're at Incanto in San Francisco, tasting great ports. And today we're featuring the Ferreira Duque de Braganca. It's a 20-year tawny port from the Douro Valley.
I'm really enjoying this. It's very elegant. It's sweet, definitely there is residual sugar, but there's a real subtlety to it. Texturally, it's a little lighter to me, very smooth than ports I would imagine that I generally drink. And for that reason, I would almost consider pairing this with something savory, as opposed to necessarily having it at the end of a meal with dessert or cheese.
Yeah,
I think something savory, a course beforehand, would work really nicely.
Yeah, I tend to really agree with you. For me, this wine is very soft. I think maybe a little bit, not light on alcohol, but very balanced as far as the alcohol goes, and the fruit and the acidity. But I find it very soft on the palate. I could really drink a lot of this wine if I wasn't, if I wasn't careful. I'd probably overdrink on it. But I don't know if I'd match it with a savory course, but I would imagine there's some savory courses you could match it with. Maybe some sort of game like roasted goose breast, just something like that, or duck breast. But
maybe like a pate or
maybe a pate, yes.
Like a foie gras or something.
But very enjoyable, really enjoyable wine. And once again, really what strikes me is the softness. It really caresses the palate.
It's very vinous. I mean, port is
Absolutely.
wine, but it really, I might even think that it's not a fortified wine, that it's late harvest, aged fine wine.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on the softness, which I like. I mean, it's a nice quality. I get a caramely element, especially on the finish, which to me, I wouldn't match it with something savory probably. I'd probably leave it, although it might go very well. I'd probably leave it at the end of the meal. I was told that this particular producer doesn't make an older wine, an older blend, and so maybe some of that softness is because it's got grapes that would normally go into 30 and 40-year-old tawnies, and it's just smoothed out beautifully. It's, beautiful, ready to drink.
Now, Edward, is there a type of person that you would recommend this sort of drink to?
Well, yes, I think that's the beauty of this particular wine, is that if you have somebody that's not initiated a tawny port and might be used to drinking ruby port, enjoying the fruit-driven aspect of a ruby, this would be a great stepping stone to get them involved in tawny and maybe move them into colheita, because you get some of those caramel notes, like you said, and you get some of those nutty notes. But I think there's enough fruit. There's enough. For me, it's viscous, almost unctuous, but in a soft kind of way. It really caresses the palate, and it's a beautiful wine. It really doesn't. It's very round. Doesn't seem to have any sharp edges to it. And I think it'd be really easy to turn somebody on to ports, to tawny in particular, with a port like this.
Yeah, it's no doubt it's delicious, but I think I'm of the opposite viewpoint. I think this is something I would share with someone or recommend to someone who's had quite a few tawny ports or has had an introduction to port and is looking for something that is perhaps a bit lighter in body, but not light in complexity or nuance. And then doing something kind of fun with it, like pairing it with something savory. I think that could really be very interesting.
And I admit I'm not a big port drinker myself, but this is definitely something that is smooth and enjoyable for a tawny. I do like it quite a bit.
Oh, good.
I think the smoothness would allow, to your point, somebody who's new to tawnies to enjoy it, while the complexity is somebody who drinks a lot of it. So I think you're both right.
Yeah, they would under someone that hasn't been introduced to port. I could see them really understanding the wine, and it wouldn't be the kind of thing where they took a taste and go, wow, that's kind of heavy for me, or a little bit alcoholic, or God, is that what port's about? But this would be a nice introduction. It's soft enough, and I think to introduce somebody to anything new, especially in the wine world, you want to make the first impression enjoyable, and I think this would really do it for somebody that was not initiated to port.
Well, I think all around, whether you're a beginner port drinker or very experienced and you're interested in a great tawny, the Ferreira Duque de Braganca is a great bet. So we hope you enjoy this, and we hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next time. Thank you.